Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing and another coin update. And Jerome, we're going to start right on here with Dent. And you can see, we're going to make these a little bit better. You can see right now we've had that little bit of a pump we were talking about yesterday, Jerome. We have our underneath support down there, but we're going to make these better where we don't have all that. We're going to start with your first major upper resistance is up here at about the 0.0048, right? We had that little breakdown, hit the targeted move. And then if we look down, we got our major bottom on a flash crash would be getting lower into the shit house down here at 0.002069, right? And then short term, we got above that 200-day moving average right here, right? You see it trickling down. We're above it right now in the 45-minute. And if we zoom in here now, if we're going to try to get bullish, we got to get up into this upper part of the upper end of the shit house. We got to get out of the shit house right here. We got to get above that 0.0049, right? Because if we zoom out into the 3 hour that we know we always go in the 3 or 4 hour time frame, you can see in the 3 hour, the 200-day moving average is right up here by the shit house, right? So if we could get another pump up and get to the top of this shit house and sit here, right, and maybe close there today, the 200-day would be down here. And now we would be, if we could close, it could be bullish because we're above it in the 2 hour time or 3 or 4 hour time frame, then hold it as support and start to trade up, right? Because we've been beaten down severely. So this is a critical area. Does it start to trade back down and back test this lower double bottom, or can we start to build some support and make a run up here and first hit the 200-day, get rejected, come down to the 100-day? That'll be like this in blue, right? And then hold it as support. Watch, see the 100-day right here. The 100-day, if it breaks up, will be starting to swing back up. The price comes up, hits the 200-day in green, comes back down, hits the 100-day in blue, and then starts to build back up. And that's the way you can get it up into here and then try to get above that. Close above the 100-day in green. That's going to be downtrending like that. And close above that right up into here, and then we can try to get bullish and make a play up to here, a safer play, right? Where that could be a potential, if we can get above the 200-day up to your next major upper resistance, a 17 to 20% pump, and then maybe even a little bit more because we've been in this falling channel. This was our pointer tool before, but we've been in this falling channel right here for quite some time. Started up there. You can see we've had our lower support and resistance, a lot of it right through here, and then we had our upper resistance coming down up in here, right? We got a lot of it. Now we're back on it again, actually, and I like to go more into these where there's more hits, so you can see that's right there. And then we got our lower support in this falling channel, and I like to go where it hits a little bit more. Right about there is good. And then a technical target would be the top of the channel, Jerome. So this is what I'm going to be watching out for. Oops, put our little rectangle in here. The top of the channel would be the technical target up here on a reversal out of this falling channel. So we're going to keep an eye out on that to see if we ever do make a run up here, if we can first start by getting above these moving averages like we just talked about. And then your technical target would be the top of this channel, which would be way up there. So we're going to keep an eye on that for you, Jerome, on a day-to-day basis. Maybe we'll have a little holiday pump, put a little extra cash in your pocket for the Christmas season, right? And then if we look at, we're going to do an altcoin video here. So then we got Rmrk. You can see we're still at this critical support and resistance line, right? We're going to bring that out. We've been in this rising wedge sort of deal. And we thought we had a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. Now we got that pump, and we're straddling on here, right? We came up a little bit quicker. And if you can't hold this area, you're going to fall down to $25. If you can hold this area, get above the 200-day moving average as we zoom in a little bit closer, and get above this 200-day moving average, right? You get above the 200-day moving average right here, you'll be able to pump up and maybe start to trade back within this rising wedge where you got upper resistance, lower support, and then back there's lower support if I zoom out. But you're in close TA. If you stay below this 200-day in green and you can't get above this major uptrending resistance line now, that was this rising wedge, you're going to be very bearish and you're going to trade down to $25.93 very quick. If you can get on top of this green 200-day and back into this rising wedge, hold both of those as support, you can start to trade back up into your next major traded area, which would be up here. And if we put a little support box locally, this would be where you would run into some major overhead resistance, right? And then if you could get above that, you could make a run up into here or the top part of the shoulder. So that's a critical spot right now for RMRK. SDNU, you can see we're starting to hold now at the bottom, bouncing again off of this. I was anticipating the best possible spot to maybe make a nice swing trade would be if it hit this orange ring, and I'm still going to hold firm on that because it's still getting rejected by the 50-day in red. I think it's going to get rejected one more time, but I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I play one on my own radio show. This is strictly entertainment. Targzition, trading alert, Biavians, Vincenzo money, coffee mugs, educational and entertainment only, and my own personal opinions and beliefs on the current state of the market, right? Yes, the market, right? So I think this is where your best spot to maybe make a little swing trade and maybe some cash for Christmas is to bounce off that orange ring and try to trade back up into upper resistance somewhere up into here, right? So I'm still going to stick to that, but we'll continue to watch out for what's going on the current structure of that. And then we got Nord. We've traded out of that blue ring now, but not a lot of volume as we've been rejected. We need to put the better ones in here. Get rid of that. We're going to do a mass deleting. Everyone's been asking again for some eraser into the deal. We're going to bring some eraser into the deal. Bam, eraser. Eraser. Look at eraser just fabulously killing it. Eraser's just going to take out all the nonsense right now. Bam, eraser. Got our head and shoulders. Thank you, eraser. Phenomenal, fabulous little supporting and contributing to the channel there. The subscribers, my nearly 1,000 beautiful, lovely, going gorgeous subscribers have requested more eraser. So we gave you more eraser. And you can see we've been rejected by that the blue fib circle at the $7.18 mark, the $6.25 mark, the $4.92 mark. And now we're up at the 200-day moving average again. And we're at the volume indicator green support box. But we've started making these green support boxes where the volume indicator is. We started making them white to make it easier. Oops, that ain't white, because we have other things that we make those colors, and we need to move that out a little bit more into the future because the price actions moved along. So we're stuck trading on the upper end of the volume indicator, and as long as we're above that, we're bullish. But if we start to break down into this the next few days, your underneath target's $1.92. If we can pump up and breach these old highs right here, your way upper target is way up here on this fib circle up here at $21. Am I forecasting that? No. I would think a double top would be more likely, but the underneath support now, let's get rid of that. The underneath support now is $1.92. You're below the 200-day and the 3-hour time frame in green. That's bearish, so I would say this has more validity down here to be traded towards than the upper targets. But if you want to get bullish, you got to get above that 200-day in green and then start to close and trade up, right? So that's what's going on here in Nord. And then we're going to look at Falcon. I believe you're still in a trade here, but I feel like this had a nice flush since you've been in the trade. So that's not good. But the only thing I can tell you is these coins. This is a very new coin, I believe. I don't think there's really anything on here to look at as far, yeah, this is very new coin. But all I can tell you is, let's bring out eraser. Nope, these are good. All I can tell you is you held, just like back here, you held support and you pumped up, but you got rejected up here. You held support again at the 23 cents. So now your next major upper resistance, if you're going to play the current pattern, and if you're still in there, don't panic. It's all is not lost. Your next upper resistance now to trade into the future would be up here back at 27 cents. And then if you can break that, the technical target out of this falling wedge, falling channel, falling wedge, would be up here at, oh, we need to unlock it, would be up here at the top of the wedge where the pattern formed. And that would be up there. I don't think this is a, I think this is, it could be a wedge. We'll see. We'll see if it's a falling wedge or a channel. It's essentially the same thing. But your technical target on the upside, if you were to break it and fulfill it, would be up here at 55 cents. At the upper end of that, volume or the start of the wedge, right? And it just so happens to be where the volume indicator is. And then the lower part of that would be 46 cents, right? And then your first upper resistance, though, is at 27 cents. And then you got to fight the moving averages. So you need to continue to hold support like it looks like you're trying to now. Even if you come back and back test it again, you need to hold support and then gather some volume as you try to break through that and punch through a lot of overhead resistance. There's a lot of overhead resistance in here, but I want to say you said you bought some shares up here at about 30 cents and now it's flushed, right? I think that's what you said. I'm not sure, but don't panic sell. You just might have to hold it for a little while because this could leak all the way down and then finally pop, right? Unless it goes bankrupt. I don't know much about this coin. I only know is what I can see on my TradingView chart right here, but I would not panic. I would say if you got to hold this, which it's looking like it's trying to, then you can round the bottom and at least come up here and you can get close to even. Then if it gets rejected, it comes back down here and then maybe it can make that bounce. You got to try to form a bottom, right? Like forming a bottom would be something like this. You're down, you start to trade, you come back up, you get rejected, and then you build a base along there, sort of like a wall underneath, and then you trade out of it and kick on up, right? So that's what we're going to be watching out for in Falcon. All is not lost in that coin. These have been popping left and right, and we could still be popping in this coin, just like DAB did. You can see it got way up there and then flushed, held it as support and pumped. You got a fabulous glowing all jabroni enticing double top, then you flushed. Now we're trading back up. We'll see if we can't go for a triple top and then back down. That's a seldomly seen crown bearish reversal pattern where you get the 3 legs up with a defined crown look, and then you get the flush, and the targeted move would be from the top. Here, we'll do this better. The targeted move from the seldom seen but often feared crown triple top reversal pattern would be from the top of the triple crowns to the point of the neckline, and then it would bring you all the way back down here, and that'd be a catastrophic flush, right? So that's what's going on here in the altcoin world. We'll give you another update here on the overall market and the rest of the coins. Peace and love. Peace and love.